Welcome to another episode of
You Suck.
You suck! You suck! You suck today, you suck! I wanna fucking kill you all for wasting all my time!
I'm your host, VladV,
And I'm Joey.
and today we are going to review Baroness.
Yeah, this is a new band to you.
I've never heard of Baroness.
Song's called
Baroness.
Last Word. They've been around for a long time. They kind of in that sort of like they're not stoner rock, but it was like that stoner doom kind of thing that really cranked up a while back, 15 years ago or more. I mean, I'm not a huge Baroness fan. I like the songs that I've heard. I think they're very creative. Their riffs are usually very good. Great vocal harmonies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The singer sings.
He does.
Okay,
He does.
well,
And
all
the guitar player, I believe her name is I believe it's Gina.
Okay.
She
Hence the name Baroness.
no, actually, she's a reasonably new guitar player. Actually, the first time I heard of these guys, well, not heard of, but really listened to them was a song called I believe it was Tourniquet. Came out a couple of years back, and it was a great song. And I'm hoping this is kind of in that same vein. But she's got a terrific voice, and their harmonies sound great together. And I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh well, you piqued my interest. So you're saying that there's a guy singer, and she plays guitar, and she also harmonizes with him.
Yeah, he's the.
okay.
I forget the guy's name, but I believe he's the main songwriter and guitar player, and then she's right in there with him. Great, they're a great band overall. Everybody's a good player, and they're inventive, and they should. I think this video only has like. I mean, it just came out not too long ago, but it only has 24,000 views. It ought to have 10 times that many.
I've never even heard of the band. So, and you said they've been around for how long?
15 years ish, maybe
shit.
20. I'm really not sure. But if this sounds at all like the songs that I do know by them, I think you'll dig it.
All right. Well, let's give it a whirl.
Oh, nice. Tune way down there, but I can actually hear the notes.
It sounds like they're actually tuned down, and it's not a synth plug-in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got two different things going on guitar-wise. Hand.
It's because they can both play. Nice.
Ooh, that's a nice chord change.
Which reminds me a lot of Tourniquet, actually. This is great.
Huh. It's definitely different. I like the organic sound. I like the panning of the guitars.
Yeah, it sounds like a real band playing real instruments. Whoa!
I am not a huge fan of the nuts to butts kind of harmonies that are so close and perfect that they sound like an effect.
Yeah,
And that's what it sounds like.
they get.
And
yeah,
even though I can tell, I know how to listen to it, and you can tell the difference between an effect and the real thing. So I can tell it's the real thing, but it's so when you listen to like AIC, when they kind of
Alice in Chains.
Right. When they go from the thirds and the fifths and you know what I mean, and one of them is alternating back and forth, that's an interesting harmony to me. If they do this the entire song, I'm probably gonna get bored.
I see what you're saying. It's like you want the impact of the harmonies to be there instead of them always being there,
right?
Wearing out their welcome, and being
on every note. Perfect. You know what I mean? I like a harmony where it's like call and response, and there'll be like the single voice, and then the response will be like a harmony response, instead of just right on top of each other all the time, same way. You know what I mean? They stay in the same fucking lane. Each, both of them are perfectly like. That kind of stuff just gets on my nerves because you can just do it with an effect, and it would sound pretty much very close to the same thing. I can't tell if that's her singing.
She's actually hitting some of the lower harmonies. But if this is like Tourniquet, she's able to kind of sing in a nice chest voice.
Mm-hmm.
And since he's hitting, at least I think that's how it's going. Like he's actually doing the lead, which might be the higher one, and she's doing the lower. I'll have to keep listening, but she's got a really nice like chest voice. It's okay. Very, very, very resonant.
She's got a really nice chest voice.
God damn it! Yeah, I'm trying to be intellectual here and speak. Wait, what's our channel called again?
You suck.
Oh, we're not intellectual. We're idiots. Okay,
yeah.
Let's keep rolling here. A little bit more imperfection there, and it's nicer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that they need to be a little bit further up in the mix so you can hear it. I think
absolutely.
That's the problem. I like that little drum thing right there. That was nice.
The quality of this video, it's like they paid like $50 in a Jawbreaker. You know what I mean?
I don't mind it. This is
really bad.
A band this size is not going to have a big budget. And people still want videos, and no one buys music anymore, so no one has any budget, so you got to do what you got to do, man.
Sure. Like a Resident Evil. It's Green Man in black and white. From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a show that you should watch.
I know I haven't watched it. See, now you can hear each one of them better, and I like that far better.
Yeah, you're right. They need to be way more up front, vocally. In the mix, I mean.
A lot of like emotion in their delivery too, and that's kind of nice. It doesn't sound like they just mailed it in the studio. Bass player's knocking it out of the fucking park too, man.
I feel like they're making the same mistake that most heavy bands make. And they're mixing the vocals as one of the instruments.
Too far back.
Way too far back in the mix where they're the feature. And that's kind of a general grievance of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's heavier. They just kind of bury the singer, because usually the singer is just the guy that was like left over still drinking beer.
Yeah.
And he just kind of ended up being the singer because they needed one. And these two, they're actually singing, they're actually doing harmonies, they're actually emoting, and I want to hear all that, and it's being buried by the mix. And you definitely have interesting things going on, panned right, panned left. The drummer's killing it, the bass player's killing it, and that's cool. Like I understand that everybody wants a piece of that limelight, but really what everybody wants to hear is these two singing, and that's the thing that suffers the most.
What I would have liked to have heard, like my only gripe of the song, and I think this was the same thing with Tourniquet, is the hook is where I want the harmonies, not throughout the entire song, because then it becomes a little like Alice in Chains got towards the end, where it was nothing but harmonies from beginning to end. So the harmonies lost some impact, because these two sound terrific together. They're able to sing in such a way where like you really feel the emotion that they're trying to convey there, and that's rare in the days of auto-tune and infinite takes in the studio. Like their delivery their performance is, it's like gut-wrenching, man. It's really pulling something out of me to hear it. It
sounds, I'm not hearing any synthiness. It really does sound like they did their best to do everything as organically as possible, which you can really tell. I can really tell.
Yeah. I would have loved to hear the harmony mainly in the "I can remember every last word," because that's a really nice harmony. That's a line that sticks with you, and I would like it to have a little bit more impact. Or if you want to do the harmonies all the way through with the 2-part, add a third in there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Make it almost like a choir effect or something to give it a little bit more impact. That's a dynamic gripe, and I had to think of some kind of critique because that's the channel. But I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Predictions for the remainder of the song?
I think it's gonna just keep doing the same thing that it's doing.
Probably.
I think it's gonna stay the course. Yeah, I don't mind it so much. I feel like a deviation. I feel like it's meant to kind of drone. Yeah. And if it did something different, it wouldn't really make sense. But
I'd love to hear a sort of kind of different outro riff. But I don't. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we won't. I don't care if it does. I really like these melodies. I really like the song.
Yeah, I would actually like some overlapping melodies of like the things that we've heard, kind of meld together. But I doubt it. Let's just see what they do.
Nice work on the drums there. All right, little area to breathe here.
Like a semi-solo sort of.
Yeah. Kind of post-rocky. That's that fucking rhythm section, dude. That's awesome. Putting on a clinic.
It reminds me of old school Pearl Jam.
This actually reminds me of a band called Ocean Size.
Oh yeah, they were fucking killer. Oh, okay, so they're not coming back. Okay.
Nice little throwing the drums down the stairs kind of deal at the end. That was great, man, because the song was at like such a fever pitch the whole time, and then the end was the breath, and I'm cool with that, man. You don't always have to end everything on a crescendo. Sometimes you can just vamp it out and present a nice vibe, and they did a terrific job. I'm gonna have to get this record. I think that's incredible. And if you want to know why we hate on other really shitty stuff, it's because the really good stuff like this doesn't get its due. Back in the day, there's always been shit bands, but back in the day, you had, Metallica or Pantera, or Alice in Chains, or Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, something like that was also getting equal or more recognition, sales, that kind of thing. These days, not so much.
I am not as excited as you are about this song because I felt like it kind of rambled.
This is more my style than yours.
Right. The bass player and the drummer really, as far as keeping me interested, they actually kept me more interested than the vocals. But that's only, again, due to the fact that they were too far back in the mix. If they were more up front, I might have gotten bored a little bit with them doing the same thing over and over.
I would have liked to hear a little bit more dynamics, but
right. If they had like a key change, which I think that's what this song's really missing. Like I think that would have really taken it to a nice place towards like on the last chorus or something.
Maybe like a sort of have the middle of the song kind of die off a little bit and then build back to a fever pitch. I would have liked to have seen that, but maybe it's just kind of their thing. I'll have to get into it and see if this is just kind of their sound. If so, I could definitely see myself being in the mood to hear this quite a bit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 0 being the most awesome thing you ever heard, and 10 being the ultimate in all that is suck. What do you rate them?
I'm gonna come in at a 3 sucks for this because it's got every single element that I look for in music. Lush tones, a lot of terrific chords, great chord progressions, excellent rhythm section, vocal harmonies, good production. That whole thing. I would have given it a lot less sucks had it had a little bit more in the dynamics, like. Like a traditional verse and chorus would be, even if it's like a movement 1 to movement 2 to movement 3 kind of thing. It doesn't have to be verse chorus all the time. More dynamics. I would have liked it more, but I think it's great nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same with you. There's nothing really that I can add to what I've already said, other than the video I thought was terrible. And they would have been really better off just, honestly, like if they just like chopped up a piece of old anime and just slapped it on there, it would have looked cooler than what they filmed. It just made it look very local band, but that's
because they probably spent a couple mil on it to make it shitty.
It's such a fine line between trying to look corny, or like a homegrown, and looking like you just didn't have the fucking money to do it right. And that's what that came off like.
In a perfect world, Baroness would have the budget to do whatever they wanted, but instead they're probably traveling around in a van that they drive themselves because everybody would
smelling each other's farts, sleeping on top of each other, eating fucking gas station hot dogs.
You've done it.
We've all been there.
I haven't, thankfully.
You haven't lived.
Yeah.
You haven't lived. But, so now I believe it's time for hate mail.
Hate mail!
Hit me.
All right. This comes from, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You are both idiots. Change your channel to 2 idiots. The only reason I found your channel was because I was looking for reactions from this band. You mean you found it because of the purpose that we intended it for?
Right.
Awesome. And it also says you have no idea. Yes, I don't have any idea because that's not a complete idea. Way to go, dummy.
What video was that for?
That was for our ghost reaction.
Oh. So you wanted a reaction for a video, and the fact that it wasn't the reaction that you wanted makes us idiots. That's an interesting way to look at the world.
And he just said the only reason I found your reaction video to Ghost is because I was looking for a reaction video to Ghost. Well, if that's the only reason, I'd say that we're pretty well on par with what we're trying to do. So thanks, guy or chick or whatever with a stupid-ass name and a stupid-ass comment. You know, I guess I really don't have any idea because you haven't given me anything to have an idea on.
Yeah, that's not really a complete thought. And if you expect the world to suck your dick and just give you what you want on a silver platter, tell you what, you're the idiot. Thanks for watching.
Fuck you all!
Well, all right. If you got any hate mail, please feel free to drop it in the comments. We do release videos, new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm taking Sundays off. The workload's just way too much.
Yeah.
And if you want to support this channel, we do have a PayPal. Feel free to give us some recommendations. And if you just can't wait for Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon for new videos, go ahead and just watch some of our back catalog. Until next time, you got any last words for last word?
Earlier you said transhumanist.
Yes.
It is June.
Thanks for watching.